Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy K Breezy here. I hope that all of you watching this having an amazing day. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything that you need to know about the best class setup, or really the best attachments to use on the 357 to turn this thing into a consistent one tap, one take, one of a kind gun. So if you're excited to see the best class setup for this weapon, be sure to let me know down below by leaving a like. And if while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because then you don't have to worry about missing out on some of the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. Real quick though, I'm going to run over the perks and whatnot that I use in tandem with the 357 to just really make it pop off. As far as perks, I use EOD, Battle Hardened, and Ghost. EOD so that you don't have to worry about getting killed by a C4 or Claymore when you're going on a long streak. Battle Hardened so that you don't have to worry about a noob flashing you and taking your goodies. And Ghost so that you can surprise the enemies whenever they call in a UAV and catch them off guard. As far as the lethals, I decided to use the C4s because it's an easy way to get some kills, because with this class setup, just like with SMGs, you're going to be a bit more aggressive, and just being able to throw over a C4 over a wall or around a corner or something when you know an enemy is there just makes it that much more easier. You can avoid the whole confrontation. Also, you're going to be using stem shots because you're going to be getting up close and personal, and because of that, you're going to be taking a lot more damage than you usually would if you're using a SMG even or an assault rifle. As far as specialists, I use Dead Silence and Munitions Expert so I can sneak up on enemies with no worries. And I use Munitions Expert because I'm no dead shot with the weapon, and I usually find myself running out of ammo very quickly. Alright, so now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look at the 357 itself. And the first thing you want to put on this bad boy is the 357 snub nose barrel. This barrel gives you a pretty nice boost in aim down sight speed and overall movement speed with this weapon, but at the slight cost in range of control. This really doesn't matter too much though, since for the most part you're going to be in close quarters, and it shouldn't take more than 2 shots to finish anybody off. Next up is the trigger, and we're going to be using the lightweight trigger to increase the overall fire rate of this weapon. And like I mentioned before, it's only going to take around 1 or 2 shots to kill somebody, but in case you do miss a shot or there's multiple enemies, having this lightweight trigger really does come in handy. The aiming stability will be slightly reduced, but for the most part I haven't really noticed that much of a decrease in my accuracy since I started using this attachment versus afterwards. For this next attachment, you're going to want to use the tack laser because it gives you a whole lot of buffs at basically no cost. With this attachment, you get a boost in both aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and strafing steadiness. I feel like with this sight, you get the biggest boost in aim down sight speed, so if that's a concern for you, you should definitely use this attachment, especially since you don't want to get killed just because you get an aim down sights faster than somebody else. The only trade-off is that enemies can see your green beam when you aim down sights, but 9 times out of 10 you're going to be killing them as soon as you aim down sights anyway, so they're not really going to have much time to react, and you shouldn't be mounting up against corners because mounting isn't even a challenge for this weapon, so don't even really worry about the green beam. And the reason that I chose this over the regular 5MW laser is the fact that this green beam with the tack laser is much harder to see. There's actually a slight delay when you aim down sights with the tack laser versus the 5MW laser. You can try both out for yourself, but I can guarantee the tack laser is the better overall choice. Moving on though, the next attachment really isn't an attachment technically, but it's more so just a perk to increase the overall smoothness of the weapon. I just had to go with sleight of hand because I got tired of getting killed when I was trying to reload with this weapon. Like, I'll check the corners, I'd check everywhere, and then there'd be nobody there. As soon as I start trying to put a couple rounds in my magazine, somebody would just pop out of nowhere and put a cap in. But with this attachment, you won't have to worry about that. So with that being said, you should go ahead and equip the handy dandy sleight of hand. And I had to save the best for last for this one, because what makes this gun go from a mediocre to an all-out beast is the fact that you can equip these snakeshot rounds to this weapon. If you don't know what snakeshot rounds are, they replace the regular 357 rounds with buckshot rounds used in shotguns. So with that being said, it basically turns this weapon into the executioner from Black Ops 2. The only trade-off is you do get a slight reduction in overall range, but just like with the other attachments, you're going to be in close quarters anyway, not really going to notice it. You're going to notice it a little bit, but it's not anything crazy. But with this, guys, covers and breaks down what I feel like is the best overall class setup for the 357 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, especially if you're trying to get the gun gold. I know that with the latest couple of updates that the 357 received a slight nerf, but it's still a very valid weapon choice and arguably the best pistol in the game still. due to his consistent one-tap capabilities in really clutch situations. Maxing out this weapon was actually a really fun experience for me because of all the rage people met at the end of the lobbies, and just overall the amount of skill it made me have to acquire in order to level it up, you know, because it's really different in the amount of plays that you have to make versus an AR or SMG, because you have to think differently, react differently. So when you go back to those guns, it just makes you an overall better player. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because then you don't have to worry about missing out on the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. And if you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please consider leaving a like down below, because that really helps me out. Lets me know what kind of videos that you guys like to watch. Also, feel free to comment down below what weapon do you want to see a best class setup video for next, or just any ideas that you have for a future video in general. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, it's your boy KB, signing off. Peace.